Hey everyone, my name is Chris Lambert. On this channel, we talk Kanye West, and today we're talking more Kanye chef stories. So we just talked about Travis Reese, who has been Kanye's chef in Calabasas as of late, but there's a story on MLLive.com, 3 Flint natives cooking for Kanye West while he finishes album Donda. So it's not just the one chef that is currently handling all the duties relating to Kanye and food. This story is about 3 other chefs, so let's go through it. Yes, Kanye West is living out of Mercedes Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia to finish his album, and 3 Flint native chefs are staying to cook for him. Chefs Nathaniel Brown, Willie Wallace, and manager Anthony Naylor, all Flint natives, are running the kitchen for West, who held a listening party for his new album Donda at the stadium last week. Wallace, who now lives in Los Angeles, serves as one of the rap superstar's rotating group of chefs. He's cooked for West in Tokyo, Wyoming, LA, and now Atlanta, Wallace said. That's pretty cool. Wallace and Naylor, the group's manager, I didn't really think about Kanye having a chef like travel with him places, right? But it makes sense. If I had Kanye's money, I would absolutely have a chef travel with me to places. Wallace and Naylor, the group's manager and impromptu chef, gave the call to Brown, who still lives in Flint, to cook for West's private party of more than 200 people during the listening party streamed on Apple Music on Thursday, July 22nd, which is kind of crazy to think about because at the listening party, for those of us that are watching, those of us there, we just see Kanye alone out in front of the crowd, wandering around, doing kind of a mix of performance art and just being present during the listening party. But then behind the scenes, back in the tunnels, back in the studio space, the locker rooms, there's more than 200 people that are needing fed because you just have that many people in the background there to support Kanye. What a interesting dynamic between the sense of isolation and loneliness in front of the crowd versus behind the scenes where there's just a lot of love, you know? So that's cool. It's nice to know, you know, that Kanye has 200 people there. The same listening party that broke Apple Music's, yada yada. Brown flew back to his family in Flint on Friday and found himself on another flight back to Atlanta less than 24 hours later. Oh man, that's exhausting. Wallace told Brown that one of the world's best-selling music artists was going to stay in the stadium to finish the album. I don't think that's quite how Wallace would have phrased it. Like, hey man, one of the best-selling music artists, but I get that you don't just want to keep saying Kanye, Kanye, Kanye. Wallace needed Brown back in the kitchen for at least 2 weeks. There we go. At least. I don't like that word. Hopefully just at most 2 weeks. We were literally up for 48 hours. We couldn't go to sleep because of breakfast, lunch, dinner, and late night service. That's kind of wild to think about, just like cooking. But when you have to serve that many people, man. This is a first-time thing for Brown, but Wallace has worked for West on and off for several years. He's also cooked for rapper Travis Scott and former NBA player Steven Jackson. Brown and Wallace go back all the way to elementary school in Flint. That's cool too. The 3 Flint natives agreed that this experience helps validate them and their careers. Yeah, I would imagine. We don't even know that we deserve so much more. We don't get to see a lot of this stuff growing up in Flint. You know, this is a repeating element from interviews that I've read and interviews that I've conducted. When I got to interview the world famous Tony Williams, Kanye's cousin, he talked about growing up in Oklahoma. You just don't think that you will ever have the opportunity to be something, right? You just see people around you going to very like blue collar or service jobs, and you think that, okay, I'm going to grow up and just do that. You really need some kind of role model or some kind of, like, I guess, entity that can show you, I can be more, I can do more, I can leave my hometown, I can leave this state, I can, like, it can be me. There's a book called Talent Code. I think that's it. Is that it? Maybe not. I'm blanking. But they talk about ignition and this idea of ignition. Like when Yao Ming made it to the NBA, right? Which is just huge. Just like giant Chinese man making it to the NBA, but being a superstar in the NBA, which had never happened before. It ignited this love of basketball in China and a lot of kids playing basketball in China. The same thing happens with local communities whenever they have somebody that ascends, right? You have somebody from your town that makes it big and suddenly you're just like, oh, that could be me. You know, I can do it. If they could do it, I could do it. Like, what's stopping me from being the same aside from just, you know, all the other things that can be hurdles? But it is inspiring. So you hear them saying it as well. We don't even know that we deserve so much more, but you do. Like if you're sitting there right now thinking like, oh man, can I be great at something? Like absolutely, yes, you can. So just put in the time and the effort and pursue it. You know, it's making me teary-eyed, getting emotional. Like, yes, you can. Which probably is in some sense like me talking to myself, right? Like, yes, you can. You are good enough. We don't even know we were connected to rooms like this. I was supposed to be here the whole time. That's right. You're supposed to be there. Like, there's a room waiting for you. You're supposed to be there. So get going, you know? Wallace and Brown compared themselves to other Flint greats who have gone to do outstanding things like acting, playing sports, and artists. It means everything to me because Flint is the Holy Land. Brown called this experience one that he'll never forget and something that will propel his career to another level. The greatest thing for me was to be able to sit my kids down and tell them to keep following their dreams. This is what I'm talking about. We dreamed about doing stuff like this. It's surreal. The crew so far stuck with an all-keto menu. There we go. More keto. That's featured jerk chicken sausage. Oh, man. Lobster tails. Oh, man. Pineapple upside down cakes. Oh. Buffalo cauliflower. I love buffalo cauliflower. And 24-hour marinated ribeye. Yo, Kanye's eating great. I want to live in this stadium. Brown was honored to cook a blackberry French toast bake that his mother originally taught him. A blackberry French toast bake. Let's all picture that for a second. I want to go to there, you know? I just want to eat that. He called his mom to tell her that a recipe was the first thing that West put on his plate. That's awesome. The smile on her face was priceless. I don't know. I'm just all emotional lately. That's going to make me tear up. In Brown's first time meeting West, it's just like you think about the mom, like with this recipe, she gives it to her son, like sees her son striving for years and years to have this breakthrough. And then he gets to like deliver that food like that she made to someone like Kanye West and what that means for just all of them. That's amazing. In Brown's first time meeting West, the rap artist and fashion mogul heard that Wallace was on a keto diet. Okay. In Brown's first time meeting West, the rap artist and fashion mogul heard that Wallace was on a keto diet. About 15 minutes later, the chefs got a text from West saying that he wants all the meals to be keto from there on out. So this must be a recent thing. Ever since I started working for Ye, it's been a challenge. He brings the best out of me, Wallace said. When he walks into a room, his aura is so big, it does something to you. When you're cooking for one of the best entertainers of all time, you can do nothing but be great yourself. Since the listening party Thursday night, it's been a revolving door of stars, Brown said. Rappers Pusha T, 2 Chainz, and producer Mike Dean are just to name a few. Blink twice, Mike Dean. You never know who might walk in here, Wallace said. Many of the stars have come to talk to the chefs. Like, blink twice because people are saying Mike was being held hostage. There was a whole meme. I realize most people probably get that, but there's going to be people watching this for the first time that are just like, why did he just blink at me? Why did Chris do that? It's an inside joke. People don't pay attention to chefs. This is revolutionizing the chef game, Naylor said. This has been a rock star journey. Oh, many of the stars have come to talk to the chefs about their lives, meals, and interests too, which helps the Flint natives feel comfortable. Brown, who used to coach girls basketball in Flint, got to tell 2 Chainz that he used to have plays named after the rapper. That's pretty cool. No matter who it is that comes in here, they come up to us and want to meet us. That's one thing I love about Ye. He's a big foodie. He appreciates the art and love that we put into food. Yeah, me too. I want to eat this food. Brown and others speculated there may be another listening party event or something similar next week that the chefs are ready to prepare for. The Flint natives are prepared to stay however long West needs them. Yeah, I am too. Like, Kanye, call me. I will be there. I will just sit there and be like, that's a good line. That's a good bar. Oh yeah, you want me to make a YouTube video on this? You don't? Okay, well then I'll stay just over here in the corner. Do you want me to tweet about this? You don't? Okay, then I'll just stay standing here. Have you seen that movie? I just bother him about movies. He'd kick me out. I'd get kicked out. No, there's a room there waiting for me. I don't know. Anyway, that's this video. If you're enjoying the channel and you want to support us, the easiest way is to like, subscribe, or comment, as any of those things tell YouTube this is a channel people like, and then they show it to others, which goes a long way. And then we also have our podcast, Watching the Throne, a lyrical analysis of Kanye West, where we do the meanings and narrative and themes of every song in Kanye's discography. We co-wrote Dissect Season 8 on Yeezus. So if you like Dissect and have heard the Yeezus season, we did all the lyrical analysis. So you might like our podcast as well. We have covered College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation. We're finishing up 808s and Heartbreak next week. We've also covered Yay, Kids See Ghosts, and Jesus is King. So a lot of albums. And we'll get to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Yeezus, and The Life of Pablo over the next few months. And as soon as Donda is out, we will start our lyrical analysis of Donda. So that's Watching the Throne, a lyrical analysis of Kanye West. Check it out. It's Apple, Spotify, Tidal, wherever you listen to podcasts. All right, stay wavy and keep it loopy. Cheers.